Yeah, that's a really good question, especially when you look at how the gospel, how many times the gospel is mentioned in chapter 1. Paul mentions the gospel 6 times. Gospel in Greek is evangelion, which means good news. So Paul is establishing from the very outset that this message that he's talking about is good news. So to your point, how is the wrath of God good news? The Bible calls that sin. And so once we begin to see and understand ourselves as sinners and how our sinful actions warrant God's judgment, then we begin to see God's solution as good news, because God just doesn't leave us in that state of rebellion without acting. But the good news is saying that God did act. He acted in and through the person of his son, Jesus Christ. And so it's the proclamation of the gospel which shows us God's intentionality in providing forgiveness, in providing reconciliation in and through his son, Jesus Christ. And that's good news. But in order to understand the good news, we have to understand the bad news, which is God's wrath being revealed.
And the fact that he tells us, the fact that the gospel reveals this God's wrath, it shows us that he cares.
Exactly.
Isn't it?